All right. We figuring this out. About to do the intro here in a moment. I've got one more go live. Go live. We're here figuring this out. Let's get this desk standing. And we are live from the Duck Den in Raleigh, North Carolina. Come to you with a demo today about NeuroQuack, the AI chatbot I've been building more about, and to me, it's significantly more about my journey in learning how to host AI than it is about this actual chatbot, by the way. That's significant to me. I'm Duct Tape DevOps, also go by Duck or Nick, especially on LinkedIn, you know me as Nick Benson, and I'll be your AI host. So what that means is I am hosting you in a journey to learn how to host AI yourself, right? That's the goal here. I've been streaming live on Twitch for about a year, a little over a year now. And this is my first live stream on LinkedIn, maybe my third or fourth on YouTube. I do have an issue with seeing sometimes the messages from each of those, but that's fine. So you'll see above me is this Stream Parrot. It will have most of the, by the way, I don't play music. If anybody wants to listen to music, please do. In fact, I don't want to do a shout out with zero. I listen to Sochi right now, which is a DJ on Twitch. So let's see. What are we going through today? Today's goals are to add NeuralChat, Clip Interrogate, maybe an output to S3, and maybe we'll include Discord. We have a couple of to-dos for NeuroQuack. We want to offload it to Lambda eventually. We want to include the infrastructure spin down as part of a single step, because currently I have to go through and click the infrastructure. We want to add the functionality, add in a theme for newcomer images, iterate. The idea is what I'm doing currently is I have a chatbot here on Twitch. It is specifically connected to Twitch. If you do want to come interact with it, it is twitch.tv/ducttapedevops. You can see the name on my LinkedIn, on my YouTube. It's the same thing, just through Twitch. I'll eventually get the chatbot running elsewhere, but to give you an idea of what we can do first we'll do LLM. So I'm running Mistral on an LLM. Describe an ideal scene or a background or a LinkedIn stream about AI and machine learning. So the LLM will return me a description. An ideal scene for a background for a LinkedIn stream about AI and machine learning could be a futuristic sky like blah, 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 right? So we'll take this and we'll do diffuse. So for those unfamiliar, we're using diffusers and LLMs, large language models like GPT, and diffusers like Stable Diffusion, which is a text to image. It is a noise diffusion process that creates images like that. That was a duckternaut. I have an emoji you can see over there, duckternaut, that is also created via AI. That was DALL-E. That's SDXL using Russ Mills. So we'll do diffuse SDXL, because we're going to use SDXL, and we'll give it that giant prompt and see what it returns us. Thank you so much. See, I have a couple viewers in LinkedIn. Appreciate it. I wish I would have gotten it right the first time. I know that I teased a stream and then like I did an event, and then LinkedIn streaming is new, so been trying to figure it out the right way. There we go. We generated it. So now, for now, because I'm doing this locally for now, it's going to save it under, and you can't really see my folder structure as well right now. But if anybody's actually curious about the folder structure of this, happy to show you. I should probably at least, if I'm doing this way, I should probably do that at least so you can see the actual code underneath the image. But let's see, so for today, so I have it by date, and then by creator as a directory structure. Idea being when it goes on to AWS in S3, it will be the same directory structure, and then I can build that as RBAC, and per user, they'll be able to go query their creations. So that was ducked or not. That was the first ducked or not. There's the background it says I should use. Don't know that I'm going to use it as a background per se. Sometimes I will actually create a background behind me and kind of do a pass through for the stream. But that can get a little heady if you're actually trying to follow the code. So we won't get into that, but let's see. This, where am I doing this right now? Sorry, I've got one too many. What is this? No, okay, so I can delete that. That is my starting soon. I can delete that. I'm trying to find out where my, oh, it's in my left panel. That's right, because I have the whole left panel is one thing. So I need to update. And this is kind of my human in the loop process. I don't want viewers to be able to just create images and them automatically go up because it could get interesting. But bang, we got that. So we will use me, I guess. Well, we'll use my profile as a example of one of the things we're going to build today. So we currently have, as you can see, Mistral and SDXL working as intended. And if you wanted to actually see those hosted, I can show you here. They are in AWS. This is using a platform engineering tool called Mass Driver, an orchestration, platform orchestration tool. And some of the cool things it does is it gives me like the pricing here, right? I just finished a contract with Mass Driver and built some of these out. These were a lot of fun. And I can see kind of monitoring of, in SDXL, we would probably want to do, this is one of the ones you like to be able to see, I think, right? There's going to be some invocation average. What is this one showing? 1 versus, sure. We'll do invocation sum. That'll be fun. Just watch how many people have done invocations today, right? At what time? And we can look at the history when it was deployed and all of that. The config here, you can see I'm using a deep learning container. If you're wondering how this runs, it runs on SageMaker. I'll show that here in a minute. And it's running on PyTorch. So this is a Stability AI deep learning container provided by AWS. And, oh, and you see I'm right above myself here, is what I'm looking at. And you see it is on PyTorch 201. That's the SageMaker of some sort. I'm not, SGM I'm less familiar with, but Python 3.10, CUDA 11.8, and Ubuntu 20 on SageMaker. This is, I don't know, DLC inferencing. So this is the deep learning container, right, that they provide. What I'm curious to see is what SMG is. They don't have it on there. So like, so you can see these. Let's see if we can find, there's no way SMG is not on here. I'm sure I took this from here. SGM. What the hell is SGM? Stability AI SGM. So Stability AI makes Stable Diffusion. So I assume this is their Stability Generative Model library of some sort. It's part of the deep learning container for when I'm running SDXL on. So SDXL is what I'm running, and you can see the, you know, if you really wanted to look at the files here, if you're ever going to do AI, Hugging Face is where you want to start. Go to their it's a model repository. You can find anything. We're going to do clip interrogate through this. Oh, sorry, my back started getting me. I need to do my fatigue mat. I'm trying to learn to stand more. We'll see how long this lasts, but just trying to get a little more active during my day, and standing, I guess, is active now in my life. So today's goals. So we got Mistral working, we got SDL working. Yesterday, what we were doing with clip interrogate. So let's look up open clip. I think it was like L5 or G5 or something. Let's see, using open clip at Hugging Face. So open clip is an open source implementation of OpenAI's Clip. Clip is an interrogator that will look at an image and give you a description of it. So we'll use me first. So I'm going to take a screenshot of, oh wow, that was a terrible screenshot, and that's how it works. Where's, I have no clue how to choose one of these. Like what criteria should I be looking for? Most downloads. 2.3 million downloads as compared to just not. So there we go. Zero shot. What did this call itself? Zero shot what? Zero shot image classification. So classification is interesting. Let's see if classification is what I want. Need to put in at least one label, streamer. So this image classification. I don't think I want classification. I want like a description of the image. Clip interrogator does that. This being a classifier might be different. While that runs, let's just look up clip, open clip interrogator. Clip interrogator 2.1. Want to figure out a good prompt that might be to create new images like an existing one. The clip interrogator, yeah, so let's use the VITH14 open clip model. This is probably what I want. Was that the one we were on VITB16? Don't know why. Clip interrogator, best submit. So I may end up just using this one. I'm curious. So that's running on T4, which is very small. So 50 cents an hour is what a T4 costs in AWS, by the way. My SDXL is running on an A10 that is 203 an hour at a ML G5 4x large. My Mistral and my Neural are running on 2x larges, which are $1.50 an hour. Just give you an idea of what these things are. When we talk about comparisons to, I think the T4 feels like a 36, maybe a 2060 at 50 cents an hour, which is enough, right? All right, so what did this do? JSON output. We just labeled it. It's not quite what I wanted. The interrogators should be what I wanted. I was doing this yesterday. Let's see what this does. And what we should be getting back is an explanation of myself and how I look. And then we should be able to recreate. Why is this taking? Okay, I'm in the queue still. Let's go to this card though. How do I find a way to use this? Google Colab. I want files. Nothing large in this. That's what's so interesting. I don't know that I understand quite how these clip interrogators work. I understand LLMs pretty well based on Gaussian prediction. I did a prediction of the NFL draft back in like 2016 that was semi-accurate using Gauss prediction models, which is like a matrix algebra stuff. I understand how denoising works with diffusers, or diffusion works. Clip interrogator, I have less of an understanding of, but that's what we're hoping to figure out. All right, while this is running, we can start hooking up NeuroChat. Actually, that's what we need to do next. So I wanted to do this on stream. I was waiting for stream to. Oh, there we go. Close up a person. That's just a terrible, that's not going to really cut it, but we'll see. Diffuse SDXL. We'll try that. I used, was his the first clip interrogator I used? Clip interrogator. I swear I got better results yesterday. Let's see if we can figure out what I want to use. Pictures. Sure, we use this old picture of me. real quick. Here's a picture of Num. We'll see if we can recreate him. Actually, no, I guess you guys can at least compare it to me and see if it makes any sense. There's a Q. I know there's a Q. We got it. Let's see what it came up with. Yeah, that's not me. In any way, the one yesterday was actually pretty accurate. It might have been maybe not as close up or something, but I mean that fits what it says. But there's no actual description of me. It's just nothing that actually explains me versus any other person. So this is how I'm hosting it, right? If we want to actually go look at this in AWS, this is in SageMaker. Oof, don't do that. I'm already logged in. Well, I'm excited. I finally, so I have Non-Pareil Altruism LLC and Balls Off Walls LLC. Non-Pareil Altruism is who I did my contracts with Blockade Labs and Massdriver through. I now have Ductate DevOps LLC. So I'll start doing contracts through that this year is the idea, to do this MLOps and build Scrags is the goal, which is scalable, context-driven RAG, retrieval augmented generation solutions, because Scrags is fun. It was Scrappy for a little while, but Scrags is what we're going with. If I want to go on inference endpoints, I can see that NeuralChat is one of them. So what we're going to change here is, this is all running, by the way, for anybody new to programming. By the way, if you're interested in programming, ask questions. I would love to explain everything I'm doing in detail. If you're on YouTube, I'm trying to watch stuff, but I'm going to miss stuff. I'm mainly watching LinkedIn and Twitch chats right now until I can figure out a better way to aggregate the chats. Let's see. This is Fast API being run on Unicorn. This is right behind here. And then I make out using my Stream Deck. So I press a button on here every time I want to deploy my app via Postman. Well, not Postman, but a post call, a REST API call. Because when I put this up in Lambda, I want it to be quiet until I use API Gateway to trigger the Lambda. Now we're running a WebSocket. And that's the idea. So this is the call. It's localhost start bot token, blah, 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 blah. We won't show any more than that at this point because, that token obviously matters. But so every time I make a save, it'll respin up the server. So what we're going to do now, and I'll have to re-ping the REST call. So my default LLM to be Neural, by the way. And I want the Neural LLM... Neural endpoint name equals that. NeuralChat is a chatbot trained on Mistral. So Mistral is an open source LLM that you can train on anything. NeuralChat is specifically trained on, let's see. We're using this one probably, v3.1. Let's see, what do we use? NeuralChat settings. Nope, where is it? It's an environment variable on the model. And we are using 3.1. So Neural 3.1 came out, I don't know, recently. Here it explains kind of the values. So the average seven tasks on the leaderboard. Man, I don't know these values yet. I don't often try to compare models. I don't think there's as much value to that. I'm more interested in how do I use the model. So let's see, in fact, so we can do LLM Neural. What should I stream today about NeuroQuack, my AI assistant? I don't know if that's going to go through. Oh, let's see, we're having an issue here. Endpoint not found. Right. I need to restart the app. So did Control S not restart that app? It did not. Because I run in main.py. First thing I run, oh, nope, I run it in LLM is .env. It should pull a neuro endpoint, but there's no changes yet. So that's why it's not going to work right now. If LLM type is neural, which is the second value, so bang LLM space neural, then that's a neural endpoint for generate LLM response, which should generate the response. So I just really need to restart the app in general. Sure, there's a command to do it, but we did that. So we restarted our unicorn app. Hit start bot on my stream deck. It will send a post call to local 8000 with my token. Send the request. It will respond. Now, my biggest issue is a 500 character context window. Content must not exceed 500 characters. Okay, so I haven't figured out yet how to fix this. I've tried asking it nicely. Where is my... I want to get a system prompt in there for neural. That's really the next step. So I think the best way to do this is we're going to go to... Did I click interrogate fin? No. So we'll go to... This is running on an A10, but there's just a queue of 12. We go here. So this is SageMaker. I'm going to go to my domain. And in my domain, I've created a user. And I have no apps up, which is great. I'm going to start Studio. This should start a T2 medium, something like that. It should say here what it started for the Jupyter server, whatever default is for the Jupyter server. It's pending. We'll see what it is when we create it. We'll start tracking my costs. That's another thing I want to do today, actually. I might do today is cost. So I'd like to have like a counter down here of how much I'm costing while I'm streaming, because right now I'm close to $5 an hour, might be a little over. Yesterday I streamed for 8.5 hours, and so I spent like $45. I also gifted some people some subs in Twitch, because I have these really cool emotes that I like that you can only use if you're subbed. And so every once in a while I gift some of my like long-standing community, some of my get some subs. Like there's some of them there. See them above me and below me. So that's OpenTofu, by the way. If you don't know about OpenTofu, please ask. I'll talk about it all day. It is the replacement for Terraform. Terraform's no longer open source. OpenTofu is OpenTofu. And then Ducktronaut, right? And what were we doing here? We're starting this. Yeah, so SageMaker Studio has SageMaker Jumpstarts. And by the way, hi to everybody in chat. I am in here. Please feel free to stop me at any point and ask questions. This is a live stream and a co-working experience, not a webinar. I love interaction. That seems good enough to me. And I do mean that. Sorry, my nose is. I cleaned out my garage the other day, or my computer the other day, and it was sick. Like I had a cobweb on my 3070 Ti that I've been trying to run some of this stuff on, and I was like, no, that's not. No, God, no. So, you know, I dusted it out the other day, and it was just a puff of smoke or dust, and so there's just dust kind of still in the air a little bit, and it's messing up my nose. So sorry if I'm sniffling, scratching my nose, whatever, a lot. It's also like seasonal allergies. It's been I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina, by the way, if anybody's curious, and It's been 60 the last couple of days in January. What the hell is that? Let's see if we can find while I was doing that where my flow. So we'll walk through the flow. I'm using Twitch.io to pull in my Twitch commands. So the idea is to segment the responsibilities, right? And I can still clean some of this up. Start bot, I'm okay with. Stop bot, I'm okay with. Those are pretty clean, right? It's just get my Twitch token, my initial channels from the body. That's coming in from my REST call. And then if the bot is not none, so if the bot's already running, tell me. Otherwise, initialize the bot. Simple enough, right? And then create the task, start bot. Stop bot, same thing. Close bot, body goes none. That's a global, so now it's none. That's all great. This I haven't figured out yet. Twitch bot, pretty tight. I'm okay with that. Ping's good, hello's good. LLM. I really want to abstract this. My refactor hasn't been working, right? It just won't let me extract method. I do not understand why. I have a real misunderstanding of Python's async await process. I would think maybe this is what I need, right, to be able to refactor. But again, why it won't let me extract methods, I don't know. And every time I try to extract methods, I end up putting something synchronous inside of an asynchronous process. And that's not great. So I was hoping that it would explain it to me. Let's see if we can do this. We're going to Jeopardy this. I am not a Python developer by trade. I am a DevOps architect by trade, now platform engineer, architect, ML, whatever. So I don't know all the best ways to do this stuff in Python. So Python advice code. So I'm relearning Python in order to do AI and ML, which I have not done in a while. Who we got in the chat? Standard Robot, how you doing? We are live, by the way, on LinkedIn and YouTube. First time I've been live on LinkedIn, so I'm excited about that. I got 5 viewers in there. Really excited. Thank you guys so much. Standard Robot, welcome back. Thank you so much. We're hoping to add... NeuralChat exists. It's just the content's too big, and so it's not giving me the right thing back. And then we're hoping to do... what was it, NeuralChat and clip interrogate into the process. So, what is do you have a decent, oh, you got a very standard robot picture. Because one thing we're doing with this is welcome. Oh, I need to say somebody. And that will return me your, so what that does is it takes your image, your profile image, sends it to SDXL, does image to image on it, and sends me back something terrible because I haven't figured out image to image correctly yet. So there is your SDXL image to image. I got to figure that one out better, that pipeline. But the pipeline does what I told it to do. I just haven't figured out what to tell it to do. And that's because my prompt is bad. I have a prompt in here somewhere. In Twitch welcome probably is where that prompt is. Let's see if I can find it here. Welcome profile image is pass prompt. Oh, I'm not giving a prompt. Let's see. No. I'm not filming a YouTube video. I'm just live on YouTube. I'm just live streaming to 3 different platforms. Nothing like that. Please, yeah, man. It's the idea is to cut these. I got the free trial for Firecut to remove silences, create shorts, things like that. But it's any byproduct of streams other than the product itself is cake. Like it's icing. I haven't done it yet right. I'm more interested in perfecting the streaming process and the multi-streaming process and how to deal with multiple chats and whatnot at the same time than I am about, and sorry, I'm trying to make sure I got my live chat on my TV for, yeah, let's see if that'll work for YouTube, than I am about creating like repeatable content. If somebody wants to learn this stuff, they can skim through this and put me at 2x for all I care. But let's see, welcome Senior Robot. A viewer of a new astronaut joining Ductronauts on their journey through the Matrix. Is that how I'm doing that? Generating an image of. Is that how I'm doing that now? There we go. That's based on your profile picture. Which, like, yeah, it is. That's kind of cool. Let's see if we can do it with mine. That an astronaut joining Ductronaut on their journey through the Matrix for, well, the 4-ducted DevOps part doesn't matter as much. So that's based on my profile picture, which is Ductronaut. So, like, it's kind of funny to say that about Ductronaut. Ooh, let's try. So yesterday, let's see, welcome. We had Sochi Riot come through. So let's see if we can get her to be a image-to-image based on her. So I think, yeah, I think that might be the prompt that I want to use. I actually kind of like that, and it's kind of working in a weird way. So let's see if we can get another one there. It's interesting that these are lowercase and this is uppercase, but yeah, her profile image is hard to interpret. Who has a good profile picture? Anyhow, just another one of the fun. We'll do, let's do yours though. We'll put you up since you're hanging out in the chat for a little bit here. Your welcome thing. Bang. Oh, my music, my DJ is ending. Which, by the way, she rated me yesterday 240 something. I've blown away. See if she's gonna raid. All right. We were doing a clip interrogate on me. So let's do clip interrogator. College party. Fortnite character. Post-apocalyptic. Oh God, what else does this say? Redsinski? Redsinski's got to be an artist, right? Sorry, we're raiding somebody in. Oh no, it's got. You guys might be able to hear me in the background. I need to mute myself. I couldn't hear myself because of my headphones. Oh man, I gotta read the raid thing again. We just raided a tarot card reader. That's kind of funny. I'm probably not going to stand there long because I really don't need to hear that while I'm trying to code. But what is Radinsky? Is Radinsky lexica.art? No? All right. Who knows what Radinsky is talking about? Simple clothes, bartending? Sure. Groom? I think it's on the groom. Average physique. Solid gray. Photo bash. Egyptian clothes. Real life photo. He's at college. It's called me a college kid twice. I was like 28, 9. No, this is my old house. I've lived here for 3 years. I was 32 when I sold that house. I only lived here for 3. I was about 30-ish. Tough. Tough. So let's see what. But let's do it. Yeah, the goal here is test out the process, not be happy. I got it. This this girl's great, but I can't, I need wordless music is what I need. Oh, is there anybody that's doing wordless music today? Because, all right, we're going to Spotify for music. I am going to go watch Sundown, though, because he's a good dude. He's streaming. All right, let me turn my Spotify on so I can get some music going. So I get back into the flow of working, because that was just jarring. I mean, she did it for me the other day, which is awesome. She rated me with all her fans. I got to enjoy that. So nothing wrong with it. It just get focused. Random Access Memories by Daft Punk. That is one of my go-to coding albums. So let's go. I don't need Justin Griffin. Let me just do that. All right, and then we need to get to that image. What did it do? Did it figure it out? No, we didn't finish. SDXL. A man in a blue suit, blah, 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 blah. We might want to even try and do, let's get back to LinkedIn stuff, chat and whatnot, in case anybody's talking. Nobody is, not a problem. I do appreciate everybody hanging out. Keep, if you're newer to streaming, we call it lurking. Keep lurking. It's fun, man. I appreciate it. I really do. I'm curious what LinkedIn looks like. Go get a kitty camera. We're gonna get kitty cam on. But I wonder, like, if somebody's just like streaming their LinkedIn, if they end up like swinging by me. I don't know. Is this gonna work? We're gonna do a kitty cam. I'm gonna do a kitty cam. Then I'm gonna use the restroom. So you guys can watch kitty for a second. So by the way, this is my office, my garage, my golf simulator, and most importantly, hey, you're good, girl. Chill. Most importantly, you. Trying to figure out where to see this. Just get a camera of Kitty. Look out there. Hey, you. I want to watch you from the over there. Oh, you look regal AF there, Kitty. Just get the vacuum out of the background there. That is the group. Yep. How's it going, bud? How are you doing? Pro tip, when streaming. You ready? Go a cat. People will just watch the stream to see your cat, and you get to see your cat the whole stream. Thanks for the bits, bud. Appreciate you. Welcome. Oh, this will be a perfect one, actually. Welcome, because I think you actually have a picture. Skip titanium. So what this is going to do is, and we're changing the way this process works. So this process, I got to do it. This. So this process is going to take your profile image, which I can pull up here. So we can open, this is your profile image, right? And you actually have a good one that'll probably, hopefully work for this. So it should take your profile image, do image to image with SDXL, and create a image of you as an astronaut. There we go. You got Skip Titanium joining us as an astronaut. I don't know why he's holding that. But if you compare it to, what was that one? Oh, that's just a terrible bastardization of, oh, it's passing your name. I wonder if I want it to pass your name, because now it's taking in an opinion on your name. And I don't know if I want a video on your name or just your, we try that without the name. Let's see what we get there. Oh, here's the picture of, that I thought looked like me. That's that's not bad compared to that. Like, they really didn't do that bad of a job on that one. We're gonna pull up Skips here in a second and leave you with that. but I like doing this comparison of, so that's the new flow we're trying to build is clip interrogator. So it uses AI to interrogate the image, so to speak. And I don't even know why I say so to speak. It interrogate, that's what they call it. And then it gives you back an image of that. And so like, that's a decent, like I basically can make an emoji off of an image of mine, right? Like that's the gist, and then you can of course change the wording. But then let's go look at skips. And we're gonna fix skips real quick, and then I'm probably gonna use the restroom here for a second. Also, Skip, I'm streaming on LinkedIn, bro. That's the move, man. So let don't know. By the way, let's give a shout out to Skip. I know there's not a whole lot of viewers in here right now, but we'll give a shout out to Skip. Dude, Skip, I had a I got rated with by Sochi Riot, who is a streamer that I watch, or a DJ I watch, with 200 and something people yesterday. She is just giving out freaking raids right now. She just rated a tarot card reader. Like she's just awesome. So shout you out there. And I need to, so I also like, maybe I need to do it as my shout out. Maybe that's the way to do it. It's my welcome. But let's see if we compare that to Skip's picture. I think we had it somewhere. If not, I can find it again. We'll really see what the issue is and why I need to change the process. So, I mean, you can see, oh, so that's why it's using the lettering, is because you have the use code skipped on there. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. I think it's trying to throw titanium in there in a way that maybe doesn't make as much sense. Yeah. Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. It was really cool. I ended up with, I had over 300 unique viewers that day, yesterday, I streamed for like 8 hours. It was a blast. Just building this stuff. So let's see if we can remove the skip titanium part from that. So in diffuser, so what I do is using in Twitch, when I make the command welcome, I strip out the @, and then I pass, I think, the rest, but problem's gonna be content 1 on. Let's see if we do 2. I think that's gonna remove your name. Which maybe we don't want, but let's find out. That's the goal, man. This is actually, and I know you're not like a coder per se, but this is all open source. By the way, especially the LinkedIn crowd, because I know you guys are potentially people I've worked with before. This is all on GitHub. If you go to GitHub/DuctTapeDevOps, github.com/DuctTapeDevOps, you will see NeuroQuack. We are going to merge, before we make too many more changes, we'll merge the branch. We currently are on branch feature/AI, but I think this is kind of ready to go to main. Well, we'll move it to develop. We're going to create a new develop branch and move it there. Main will be what will be deployed in the cloud. And no governance, because of another reason. Yeah, so right, so now it removes that, and it's really about the same, isn't it? It just, there's a little line of titanium at the bottom. Okay, well then I'm fine with the titanium for now. We will, we'll fix this. So intermediary images, by the way, oh, that's where I can go see your image. It's saving it twice. I need to stop doing that. But so there's the comparison of what it did. We're gonna leave that up for a minute. I'm gonna use the restroom. I will be right back. Let's see what this does now. This still says eating off camera. We can get rid of that. I'm not eating off camera right now, but where the hell is that? So be right back. Nope, where's that? There we go. We'll put that like, I don't know, there. And I will indeed be right back. Kitty, stay cool. Thank you guys all for hanging out. Please do stay. I'm going to go for a couple more hours. You stay over 8.5. We'll see. It really depends on what happens. Is I want to go until 5, because that's when a lot of the traditional raider or coders stop. And so the idea is if they can raid into me, and then I can raid into somebody for late night, and it's kind of a fun flow. So we're going to do that. Good, Kitty. I'm gonna move my desk to sitting because my back is bad. I'm trying to get better about standing more often, but it's a muscle, literally, right? I say that about streaming. I say streaming's a muscle, right? But so open my back. Hey, you good, girl? You go to the Red Bull. My mom bought that blanket for me for my birthday or Christmas. They're basically the same thing. And I was like, like one mom, I don't actually need another blanket right now. Like, but you know what's gonna happen with that? Like that's Kitty's blanket. There's no, why you're saying this for me. Oh man. Oh, that was a pop that I necessarily need. All right. So let's see, where are we at? We need to either do Clip Interrogator or Neural, but first, we need to do some GitHub stuff. So Skip, for you, this might be a little boring. For the LinkedIn crowd, by the way, I keep seeing numbers go up and down. Please do ask questions. It's absolutely what I want is questions of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, whatever. Please do ask. We're gonna go into some project management stuff is what we're gonna actually do a little bit of. Yeah, man. So it's just blurps.com or blurp.com. You can set them up via your it's a Twitch single sign-on. It allows you to do those channel redeems. And the alerts for like when somebody does redeem is in your creator dashboard. You just go and do set alerts, and then you get the browser address, and it's just a browser source that you add your OBS. If you ever actually want to do some of that stuff, because those two things are really easy to do, like they'll take you maybe 20 minutes. If you ever actually do some of that and you have questions because you get stuck or something, my phone's over there filming Kitty, but just message me on Messenger. I know you got me on Facebook. And so, yeah. So, we'll ask in chat too. If you're doing it now, ask in chat. So yeah, blurb. And then there's one in your creator dashboard for alerts. I just set up the alerts today. Now the bad thing is I don't actually hear those right now, which is kind of annoying. That's more to do with how I have my setup. Audio routing is a pain in Windows. But as long as you guys get to see them and I get to see the motion of it, I know what they sound like. They're good enough. I need to figure out how to route it in my ears. But I had to remove my desktop audio because now I listen to music that you guys don't hear. And that's pretty nice. And I can't seem to route my music in a way that it doesn't go through my desktop audio. That's my biggest issue. So I routed blurps specifically. For those that haven't seen OBS, especially like we're at 8 in LinkedIn, fucking love it. Thank you guys so much. Good to see you all. Anybody that's new, I'm Nick, as I'm known on LinkedIn. I also go by Duck. Duct Tape DevOps, Duct Tape, whatever. But, Nick Benton on LinkedIn, of course. And here's OBS. So it's going to be Inception. You're going to see, right? Fucking weird shit. But I'm going to turn off this preview for a second so you guys don't have to watch the preview the whole time. Am I? No, I'm not. But this is what OBS looks like for those uninitiated. Sorry about the stream section. You're just going to have to deal with that for a second. But the gist is here I can see activity feed of who's done what on Twitch. Here you can see, the interface isn't the best, but this is an open broadcast system. I can see my YouTube. It's been going 50 seconds or 50 minutes. I'm hitting over 60 FPS. That's fine. My Twitch is at 60 FPS. My LinkedIn is at 60 FPS. I can hit start all here. This is a plugin I can find if somebody needs it. It's made by, it's either Japanese or Chinese, could be Korean. It's a Asian language of some sort, but it's on GitHub and it's really clean and everybody suggests it. I did some double checking because I'm always, if I can't read it, I always want to know. And then you see here where my audios are. So I have, an important thing there is that I have 3 different audios. I have blurp as a specific audio. So whenever somebody does a blurp, which is this one, they hit redeem.
But Daddy is a
I get sound on my alerts.
I'm your daddy.
here, and my blurb goes off. And so, you can, of course, like, maybe for those blurb ones, I don't necessarily need the alert. It's kind of weird to have alert and then that, but that's all. Just a little behind the scenes thing for people that haven't done streaming. It's I'm not gonna say it's easy. I've been doing it for a year, so I've gotten my methods down a little better. But if you spend a little bit of time and have the right guides, like, it's all built to make sense. That's the biggest thing about any good technology that you find is that when you find yourself fighting the technology, it's you're probably not using it right. There's probably something in it that maybe you're using it as the wrong layer. Maybe you're forcing uh, background removal into OBS, which I actually am, but technically it's being done via NVIDIA broadcast. So, like, I don't have a green screen. In fact, I'll show you my place here for a second. That's Kitty's camera. Where's my camera? That's the left panel. Here's my camera. I'm using a filter that is, you can see on here, I have a filter for NVIDIA background removal. So this is being run, you have to have a CUDA driver above, we'll say 11. I don't know how high it has to be, but you have to have a CUDA driver to do this. And there's my background. So there's Rage Against the Pixel's desk. So anybody that has heard about Rage Against the Pixel, he works with me. There's two 4090s back there and a Apple build machine as well. A lot of power back there. He does Unity programming mainly. Just released a game Pillow on the Meta Quest. Great guy. All open source. I need to do a Bang Rage. And I just stopped saying Bang Rage because just the way I say that's terrible. Because I talk about him enough that I need to give like an advertisement of these are his things, but it's just github.com/rage against the pixel. And we'll real quick look at that just because I do love some of the work he does, and we do work together on a few things. When I am unemployed, we'll say, so this year I've run a consultancy. Duct Tape DevOps is now a consultancy. It was Non-Prial Solutions. I think I'm just changing the consultancy name to Duct Tape DevOps. I just did that LLC this morning. I did two AI contracts this year, one of which was Blockade Labs. I spent about a month at Blockade Labs. It wasn't, is that Toxicity? 420, appreciate you. Man, Toxicity, I wish you had followed me 3 followers ago. No offense, I love that you did it now, but man, would that have been cool. You were my 423rd follower. And as always, don't feel like you need to pop out of lurk if you're a lurker. I hate that about when I follow somebody and I'm like, I don't have time to talk to you. That's fine. But so I did an AI project with Blockade Labs, worked with him on this, and then I worked with Mass Driver, which we've shown on here a good bit, and will continue to because I'm working on it right now. Hosting my infrastructure via Mass Driver. This is the other project I worked on. These are the things I built, right? Oh man, I digress. Okay, so that's what I need to do. I need to clear my mind a bit. I need to focus a little bit. Toxicity, welcome. You'll see why we did that welcome message in a second. What I did was I looked up your profile, and I apologize, but it's your Twitch profile. It's an open source, it's just your Twitch profile picture is that, and that's fine. And then I built a AI image of it. Oh, I keep telling the wrong welcome message. Okay, so we're gonna fix it. Before I show you, we'll show you what that did. It took your image, and it just threw it into image to image. So you can see in the intermediary here, intermediary images, it took your profile image. Oh, that's not your Toxicity. Anyhow. Oh, I bet I know why it's the same intermediary images anymore. There's you as an astronaut. No, that's just you, image to image with just your name. So that one doesn't even pass your name anymore. Pass nothing. It just did image to image. It went from this to this. All right, sure. But let's fix some of these things. And in fact, that's good before we do our merge to our branch. But welcome, I'm Duct Tape DevOps, Nick, whatever you want to call me. This is NeuroQuack. We are building, we have AI LLM, large language model, SDXL Stable Diffusion XL. We have Mistral, which is one of the LLMs, and NeuralChat. So we're using 3 AIs right now. We're trying to include Clip Interrogate today and trying to clean up NeuralChat so we can start using it more. So if you have any questions, it won't be able to answer them about me, but you can always do LLM Mistral. Tell me a quick joke about toxicity. Also, it's always funny because I'll join somebody's chat and then the joke, why the chicken cross the toxic waste to get to the other side. Sure. So we got to clean some of this stuff up, of course, but that's the gist, right? And that's going to AWS, US East 1, SageMaker inverse endpoint, and back. And then through my computer up to Twitch. In fact, the diagram, for those that are new, again, diagram, this one. You are here. You talk to Twitch. It talks to my computer, and then it queries in AWS a couple of things. Let's clean that all up, though. Let's see. I need to. So my save to the intermediary images is an issue. Download profile image, intermediary image, username, and username comes through from that. Saved as, open, what's that? Right, but that is download profile image. And we pass it prompt. For intermediary, I just want to pass user. For download profile image, I don't need the whole prompt, I just need the user. Why does it download to that folder twice, though? Do I download the freaking profile image twice? No, just the once. All right, we're gonna follow the whole flow. Let's see, let's go back through that flow. So change that, so at least it should fix the image. We're gonna have to start the bot again, pressing a button on my Steam Deck to do the REST call. And we're gonna try to welcome Skip again. Just because don't wanna bother someone that doesn't want to be bothered. I know Skip is a streamer, so and he got the number one bit guy. You actually might have an additional emote for doing bits. I've been celebrating my 420 followers by giving people that have been following me for a while and interact with me often gift subs. By the way, I found out today you can give a gift sub. A sub in Turkey is 33 cents USD. So the real trick is if you can do it through that. I haven't figured that out yet the right way. But there you go. You got that. So also, you know what? How do I gift to? I need to gift Sochi. But so now you can use a bunch of little emotes that I built with. I built my emotes, by the way. You can do this as well. If you really want to learn something there. And it's good for anybody that wants to get into this kind of stuff. Or it's just so easy. This is how I build my emotes. With DALL-E. I just do this, then take them to remove.bg and then upload them as emotes. I made a character named Ductornot, and I kept saying like, and Kitty. That's her. She's down there. Kitty, by the way, should be a follower emote, just so that like when people come in and they see her, if they really want to, they can just. Oh, where's my kitty? Kitty. No. Well, I got that one at least for her right now. I don't know why. OBS doesn't always let you see everything. Sorry, my nose is going. All right. Cleaning up, right? We're cleaning things up. We're testing it with welcome skip. We want to make sure that it downloads to an image just named, at least in the intermediary. I only want one skip profile. So let's go and delete this. And we'll see. Okay, so it ended up giving me skip titanium underscore profile, and it gave me that. So, all right, we're gonna delete all these intermediary images for now and try and clean this process up. So, nope, not that. Welcome skip. Create an image for skip titanium. rid of the image and save the intermediary image just that. Well, where is it doing the other one? Okay, so I like that. Okay, so that's fine. And then I didn't say anything, so it just did nothing. And that's the current expected behavior. What I need to do is Twitch on my welcome. I need the prompt to be. So I just need to create a prompt here, really. That's what that is. An astronaut joining the Doctronauts crew to venture into the Matrix. And there's going to be some prompt engineering that could be a lot cleaner, but let's see. And in welcome, that I'd probably give a better title. Because currently I don't like the way that I'm saving these names. You just can't even see my folder structure, which is kind of what's being clever right now, but that's fine. So we're just generated. Oh no, I didn't start my bot. You gotta start the bot, send the post call, then I can do it. And the idea of that is so that I can go back so that I can deploy this remotely and serverlessly and trigger it to start. So at some point I will build, once I push to main, I will deploy to AWS. So 5.1 is the most recent one. Yeah. So there's your new one, which is very similar to your old one, but I did it without having to give a prompt, which is the significance of that. Now, the fact that it just says that doesn't really do me much good in this case. So what I want to do is in diffusers, or rather let's see, in diffusers, when I do sanitize file name, it takes user and prompt. But what I really should be doing is in image to image. Again, we're going to get rid of this process. So it's kind of weird that I don't know. We'll keep this process for now, because we're going to need image to image at some point. It may not be this way to do it, because we're going to do the clip, but I want this to be clean enough, like what I've done so far. So file name, sanitize file name, takes user and prompt. So, but what I want to do is I want to give the prompt, and then I also want to do an optional, parameter. We'll just call it optional title. See if it'll explain to me. Yeah, right. So it typically is, that's what needed, was the pursuit call title. So you don't have to give it a title. And if title is none, sanitize file name, that. Else file name equals, I just want it to be title, right? What does file name also add in sanitize file name? Does it also, for some reason, tack on a directory? Because that would be bad. It does. This file name is date directory, user, save prompt, timestamp. And so if I gave prompt as a title, it would replace the spaces with that. This timestamp, I don't know that I need. That timestamp is what? 30 hour, minute, second. Just value to that. Let's see what this does. So if I were to, so I do need to give it the sanitized file name should not actually be this part. It really should just return file name. This part. That part should not be via file name, sanitized file name, I don't think. All right, we're gonna leave it in there for now. And we'll do, if you give it a title, we'll just pass it the title. So we'll just do this title. And then on this, it is prompt map, SDXL image to image, that, comma, is there a way to do like if title, prompt map title, well, first of all, let's freaking do this because this is starting to get ridiculous. Also, why is SDXL predictor not the top thing? Maybe we'll just do that as the top thing. Awesome, there we go. And now I need to go to image, and I need to switch that. Oh no, Control Y. Oh no, don't undo anything there. All right, do add that column back. This, add it here. The fusion model predictor, right. And we'll do the same thing down there because technically SDXL is the only one we have right now. So the else right now is the same. But now, all right, so that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask GPT how to turn this into an optional I don't always, oh, no. Where's the last time? Here we go. I don't always have a title. Sometimes I don't want to include it. It's defaulted within the variable or within the method as none. How can I do that as I pass this in case it's not available in prompt map? And code, I'm told this helps, and it hasn't not helped, so passes code. My music friends on, but I can listen to something without too many words. I need more of the Golden Shrimp Guild to have. Oh shit, is Carrie on? Carrie's streaming. Hell yeah. That's if anybody wants to listen to a great musician. I didn't even know he was streaming today. Good friend of mine. Carrie Long Music. Let's see, he's had some raids. He's got freaking 20 viewers. I'm about to put his music on in the background. It's gonna be interesting to listen to him. Awesome. He's really good. I am excited that he's streaming, and I've been trying to get him to stream more and more. I hope that I showed him yesterday that I had like 200 viewers, and I hope that kind of motivated him to stream because I love when he streams, so that's awesome. All right, we can turn Spotify off. Just have one less tab. And again, thank you guys so much for joining my live stream. I don't even know how it looks to you guys, so appreciate you guys figuring that out for me and joining me. I think I just hit notifications on LinkedIn and lost my own live stream. There we go, back on my own live stream. I gotta mute myself again. Maybe just mute my own tab. There we go. This is managing these tabs to get interesting. Sorry, this is not the best stream etiquette, but I'm still learning how to do LinkedIn streaming. So this is a learning process, right? And that's this whole thing is, right? There we go. Got the right thing up. And on YouTube, let's go see if I can figure out how to. This audio sounds really good today. Where is my studio? Got my dashboard. Can I do, and then create, go live, see if we can get to this. That's good. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, so now I can get rid of Mozilla. So there's one less thing to manage. Yeah, LinkedIn. I use Opera for some reason. What? Oh, that's the construction on the website. That's so weird. All right. Oh, okay. That's good. I didn't know that was an option. So that's great. All right. Scale bot. And let's see now. We're going to go and welcome, even though he's not here, carry along music, because I want to see how that turns out. So here's his profile picture. Oh, nope. Oh, I did already save it. So carry along music profile there. It's an old picture of him. And carry along music as an astronaut. So again, this is why we need to clip interrogate. That's fine though. Things are looking decent. I'm happy with their current. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. And welcome. Welcome image. Might want to comment there. Start bot. And do it again. And so I'm curious, is it going to do, what happens when it saved as, okay, so I bet it just overwrites that. And then welcome image. I need to name it underscore image. Welcome underscore, oh, it is welcome underscore image. Why does it drop the underscore and shorten it? That's weird. Do I actually need to do this? That's hilarious if so. It does. Oh no, that's a me thing. I take all spaces and replace them with underscores. And then I concatenate them back together, and that's not good. But we're here. All right, so let's go ahead and commit this. So get status, flow is uninitiated. This is essentially DevOps. Oh, get rm.i dash r dot get rm infrastructure dash r dash rf infrastructure. Can I look up name submodule? keep committing this infrastructure, and for some reason my git ignore isn't ignoring it. It's really been pissing me off. Because all of these, like source, I guess I'll just do source .terraform star source on that, but there's also another one of that is deployment. Sorry, so let me see like where I have this also already. So, by the way, welcome. So I got a few more viewers. I am Duck DevOps, also Duck or Nick. We are working on NeuroQuack, which is AI. We have an LLM and a diffuser hosted in AWS right now. And I am trying to remember how I do my README. So when I have source and deployment, this by the way is something I did professionally. I've forked it to my local, and I'm looking for my git ignore. And why the git ignore isn't ignoring that. So Terraform, TFVars, that. All right, I might just add all this. We'll just add all that. That works good enough. Git status, and then I got to do git add git ignore git status. All right, we got to remove all of this. I've looked this up so many freaking times, I always forget. I accidentally added infrastructure slash star in my git. Oh, you know what? Here's the cool thing, actually. You can literally go, you can do this. This is what I love about so much. I need to remove infrastructure slash star from my git tab. Little shit like this I forget every single time. Oh, I liked my dashboard before. Now I'm like watching myself. I had like a creator dashboard on Twitch. Let's see. LinkedIn live stream link. There's a weird way that you have to get to LinkedIn live streaming that I don't like. And I'm trying to figure out. LinkedIn live overview. Go live with a custom RTMP. It tells me to go live now. Go to LinkedIn custom stream page. So it is video go live now. LinkedIn /video/video/chat. Why that isn't easily found, I don't know, but I'm now saving LinkedIn in my toolbar, which feels weird, but that's fine, or my work bar, but whatever. I need to rename that as LinkedIn Live, because LinkedIn Live is just hard to find, man. But we did it once, we did it again. Things are going well. Oh, it doesn't. Oh man. I don't know. It's trying to get me to go live again. I just want to go to current stream. I got a current stream. More. Prepare to go live. Don't worry, you can go live up to 2 hours after your scheduled time. I'm already live on LinkedIn, aren't I? I am. I don't know. I'll leave it. I'll just be a viewer. That's fine. 8 viewers. Heck yeah. Thank you guys for coming by. Let's do this. I'm about to go through some true DevOps, better or worse, which is repo management. Fuck yeah, I got rid of all that crap. Git commit -m, cutting to develop. LLM and SDXL work as expected. Kind of. Git push. So now, show you guys how this is done. Oh, we now go to GitHub. My GitHub. Oh, 14 followers. We're doing it. We're doing it on GitHub too. By the way, anybody wants to follow along, there is the link. Let's throw that over in LinkedIn too, because I think I have a few viewers on there. Appreciate all of you. A couple of likes for people as well. You guys are awesome. YouTube, well, you know, I'll post it there. I don't need people watching, but we're learning. We're learning. So, do I have a develop branch yet? I do not. So, well, then that's an easy way to do this. I don't know if I want to do it like that. It's too obvious. We'll do it. Whatever. Okay. Git checkout -b develop git push. So that's how we're going to create our develop branch, and we'll just delete this feature branch. We now have a develop branch. I'm going to have to go to the forbidden area of my repo and change develop to my main branch. We can go to, you can see this for now. So we're working on, for those not familiar, we're doing AI stuff. All right. Let's see in my settings, this repository branches until I create, so generally speaking, until I create a release, my default branch is actually develop. And then when I create a release, then main becomes my main branch. Now it's kind of weird, but that way when people come in, like if I'm still doing development work, they get to see that. So we now have that as our develop branch. And in fact, I didn't show anything secret there, I guess. So I just went here, switch branch to main. There's more stuff down lower that you don't want to show necessarily on stream, but that's fine. So code. Now what we want to do is create some issues. And what I'm really trying to do is create essentially like a Trello board. Let's ask Jippity what the best way to do this is. I want to go there, find my other LinkedIn or my other Opera. We'll just put this up here. We can remove some of these. We are using interrogate. And for those who didn't see earlier, we did this, and we did bang, diffuse, SDXL, that, screaming. All right, just to give it a different seed. That's a picture of me being clip interrogated, and that's some of the stuff we're playing with today. Try to figure out what the best way. So, what is the best tool to link my GitHub to a board like Jira, but something that's more open source? And the goals are to be able to link branches to issues and track progress over time. A roadmap would be good too. I want swim lanes for to do, backlog, in progress, and complete, and when, in review and complete, or in done. I want a system that automatically moves the ticket from in progress to in review when a PR is open, and I want it moved to done when the PR is merged. In fact, I want to go from the to-do to or backlog to in progress upon cutting, starting a branch. Or new feature. So let's see what tools are available for this. I know some people use Trello. Some people use, I think you can do it on GitHub. That may be the way I do it. But these are the, I don't really have a go-to. Like the last company we used, I've used so many different ones. So I'm just going to let Jippity tell me what I should be looking at. If anybody has any suggestions, please do let me know. Maybe Trello is the answer. I don't know. I don't know if it integrates correctly with Git. GitLab. I just do this all in GitHub? I don't know. You'd think I could. In which case, I'd like to not have another tool. Why do I need to be on this tab for this to work? I do not understand how GPT requires me to be on this tab. That's got to be a Oracle-ism. Finish your fucking thought, GPT. We're just leave that the other one for now. We're gonna go look at what we really need to do here. So the tickets I need to create are essentially this, right? Adding neural, adding clip, adding cost. I think those are the three things we want to do today. I mean, I'd like to, and it's not happening today, but eventually I need to add a serverless. I need to add multi-model, and I need to add, and serverless maybe batch jobs. Because AWS batch jobs actually is pretty good for that. Before I even do that, though, I need to do Postgres ML for Scrags, which is scalable, context-driven, retrieval, augmented generation solutions, which is basically using Postgres for, oh my god, GPT fucking failed again. Let's see if GitHub has a way to do this. Init. Oh, that's right, that's the same. Is that, so move that over. Carry rated out. I'm gonna go back to Spotify. That's fine. Still going. Also, what is exactly Trello? Is that what people use? Trello, manage your team's projects from anywhere. Keep everything in the same place, even if your team isn't. A productivity powerhouse. Boards, lists, cards, workflows, make your project big or small. See how to work in a whole new way. See situational tasks. Just go through Butler automation. Book automation is built into every Trello board. Focus on the work that matters. Most of the robots will do the rest. Price your way free for individuals and teams looking to organize any project. $5 a month for a small team that need to manage work and scale collaboratively. I mean, maybe I just start with Trello. Let's see. How do these compare to Trello and GitHub's native capabilities? Oh, it's still generating this answer. I don't understand why GPT is so bad sometimes. All right. I'd like to do this before I start cutting branches for new functionality because Kitty is just a slip. It's new? How do you mean? All right, stop that. See if it'll give me the next answer that I want. The thing is, usually I have a new answer about to answer the last one. It pisses me off. How do these compare to GitHub native integrations and Trello? Give me answers, GPT. Well, no, it's bad because Azure doesn't know how to scale and build it wrong. That's the real answer. But new is part of that, right? Like, I guess they scaled too fast and they hit traffic too fast. Whatever. This is going to get me stopped too long. And yeah, GPT is not answering me anymore. So, issues. I know I can create issues and move them in a project, I think. You've done stuff like this before, proper way. So link a project. Is that the project? where's that project? Let's see. Okay, so that's stuff that I wanted to do from a high level, and I have a view that is this. Okay, so I'm able to do this here, and I have before apparently, but this isn't specifically duct tape DevOps. This project is this new project. So let's go ahead and create a new project. Is there a way to just copy duct tape DevOps? Because I had the things I wanted. Projects, duct tape DevOps. Can I clone this or make it into a template? Copy as template. Duct tape DevOps template. And oh, this is our new project name. Sorry, new project name is NeuroQuack. It is under duct tape DevOps. Copy as template. Did not do anything. Okay, so I'm gonna have to open up my previous one in another window to make sure that I copy the, make sure I can figure out how to do it fast. So duct tape DevOps projects, the untitled project I need to delete. This project. We'll do, let me look at duct tape DevOps. And in the view, I need to, like, why do I have, so view 1 is a roadmap. So let's see. Create new issue. This issue is going to be clip interrogate. All right, so we're gonna see. So it's not doing great research right now. We'll see if it can give me some help designing these. This is why I'm trying to build my own. All right, we're gonna go more local. So we have Olama, by the way, if anybody wants to use Olama, it's a great tool, Olama, Mistral. Run. Olama run Mistral. There we go. I'm just running my CPU technically. And we could do this in the chat technically, but because I have Mistral there, it's just going to be hard to copy and paste. Can I please put our message? Let's see if we can, nope, it's still freaking spinning, it's crazy. Okay, so locally, let's try, oh man, it knows my, I have context history here. See if I go somewhere else and back. Nope. Because it knows what Scrags is. It did a good job of explaining earlier what I want to do with Scrags. And so I'd like to keep doing that. All right. I need a issue created for get. You know what? No. All right. We're going to do it plain English. I know what I need to do. So in plain English, I need to create integrate clip interrogator and add it to the welcome command such that we can use welcome at user and pull the user's profile image URL and then clip interrogate, and then forward that description to a diffuser and return that image and say that. So those are the things we need to do for that one. Just control enter. I mean, assignee is me, right? So one person. Sure. So if I create that issue there, what is the next issue? Oh, Llama, of course. How's it going, Muggsy? How are you doing, bud? Welcome back. You've been following me since January 21st, almost a full year. Appreciate you. Okay, so means January was my first month. That's awesome to see. I know, but I'm doing shit. I need to. I haven't seen you in fucking forever, man. You have no such thing. Oh, hell yeah. Do you have an image? Do you have a profile picture? You don't, you bastard. All right, we're still gonna do it though. So we're gonna welcome you, and what that will do. Oh, it's not running. I'm actually gonna exit a llama because I think I know what I need to do there. So what is it? Exit question mark? Or no, slash buy. Well, llama's pretty valuable actually if you used it yet. You done much AI yet? I haven't talked to you much about it in a while. So instead I need to do make start bot. Make my call. And then I can welcome Muggsy. What this will do is it will generate an image of an astronaut joining the Dectronaut crew to venture into the Matrix for Muggsy. And it takes Muggsy's profile image, which is nothing, but we'll still play this. And intermediary images gives us that profile image, and then it will create that. Can't really, I mean, that's it, I guess. That's an astronaut version of your profile picture. We did it. Welcome. So we've been playing with some of this kind of stuff. It's image to image with Stable Diffusion on AWS. So it's actually run. This spun up, I'm sure by now. So I might get into how to add something, but inferences, endpoints, it ran here on this SDXL endpoint in AWS, return the image, blah, blah, right? So that's fun. It's cool. Jippity's not working. We're just going to leave it for now. That's NeuralChat. We do need to clean up NeuralChat. That can be our next thing. So plus clean up. We'll call it NeuralChat cleanup. And what? Revert to issue. NeuroQuack. Is this not related to NeuroQuack? Assignee. Labels, milestone status, repository NeuroQuack. Okay. So let's do this one, and we will do edit. NeuralChat is working technically, but it's returning content larger than 500 characters. We will need to either lane chain. We need either clean this up. First thought is lane chain / LLM to minimize the purpose-built to minimize the response. And we'll of course assign that to me. Update comment, aesthetically a description. And the next one we need, create a new issue for that. The next one's going to be Postgres ML. Postgres ML is a way to do retrieval augmented generation, RAG, via context, so that we can include story continuity storyline continuity based on users' previous interactions with NeuroQuack and preloaded data, right? And that is with the intent of building the next piece, which is AI Caddy, an AI assistant that reads stats from GS Pro. So I have a golf simulator in here that I use sometimes. Mugsy's seen that. I fucking hope you have. If not, you need to come over and see that. Yeah, I'm sure you have. Yeah, I know you have. AI assistant that reads stats from GS Pro and gives commentary on it, keeps track of score to comment on its status, and has history of specific golf commentary. Before we can do that, we're going to do 11 labs. These are kind of the things we're going to do over the next couple of streams I'm kind of trying to plan out here. Screening issue, we need 11 labs TTS integration. Clone a voice on 11 labs and integrate with the SDK. So NeuroQuack can speak. And then after the AI Caddy, I'm going to do AI DM. BG3. When playing Baldur's Gate 3, there's no way I remember what the hell I did 3 weeks ago. I killed a guy, and I have no clue why. 3 weeks later, his wife got angry at me, and I could only answer, I don't even know who you are. So those are my projects of how NeuroQuack is going to build out. And let's see, I need to do a new view again. Just let me check my old views. So my next new view is different. New view is, this view is a table. But are there any differences in view 1 and 2? Oh, view 1 was a roadmap. Okay, so in this case, I need it to become a roadmap for view 2. Oh, I need to rename this roadmap. And diffuse. And then we'll also do a board. So that's the, we already have NeuroChat. We should get NeuroChat, clean it first. It's, clip interrogator is so much more fun. We're gonna do that, let's do, well, so these two are to do, right? These are the two things we're kind of hoping to get today. That's next, roadmap. So clip interrogator, nope. If this is the fourth, we want to, how do I know it has no start date. I'm asking you to give it one. What in the hell? Okay, what is this shit? New field, I don't know, date, sure, save. This is just not awesome. It's really not awesome. whatever. We'll leave those for now. View here, working on stuff. I think that's fine for now. Now what we need to do is go into clip interrogator. Can we cut a new branch from this though? I don't know if I can even cut a new branch from this. All right. Link to pull request, nothing, milestones, nothing, label, nothing. Okay. The repository is there. How do I reference that? Let's see if we can, all right, let's see if Jeopardy will give us a little something. I don't know if it will today, but we'll give it a shot here. In GitHub, I have issues set up in to-do in a project under a board. I'd like to move it to in progress automatically by creating a new branch. That or creates a new branch by moving it to in progress. What's the best way to automate this CI process? And I'm going to go use the restroom. 8 viewers. Thank you guys so much. Again, Ducty DevOps, we're doing NeuroChat. That's Kitty. She's just being fucking adorable. That's Skip Titanium as an astronaut. And we're making progress, boys. Making a lot of progress. Boys, girls, goys. Boys and goys. Is that it? Boys and goys? Yes. We'll be right back. In the words of Dr. Phil, we'll be right back. Oh, that's what I need to get. I need to get a Dr. Phil clip. We'll be right back. Aha! Stream improvement. I need to do here. I need to do clips. Just do it, which I've had before. So, Thornity, I had it first. You did it after me, and I'm doing it again. I just forgot about it. Anyhow, you just do it, which is the Shia LaBeouf, of course. Just do it. We're live, which is Buffer. I don't know if it's Bruce or Michael. We want, what's what I just said? We'll be right back. Adam Reyes, Dr. Phil, to be clear. Need that. I'll be right back. Thank you so much. Let's put you on a screen that says that I'll be right back. A princess. What you thinking? Need to find out. Oh, another thing I definitely need to do sooner than later. We'll call upstream flow, get add timer. I'm doing this. That's good. Oh, another thing I need to add into. So I just did like 10 push-ups when I got back in here. I'm trying to be good about that stuff. I want to start recording it too a little bit just to motivate myself. I need to get back to an item cost tracking. let me open a new tab. Sure. I'm trying to give you a description. Using multiple assets in AWS, it'd be good to track the costs as I spend them hourly during stream. Right, so I'm spending about $5 an hour right now during stream in AWS to host these GPUs that are running my AI stuff. So if I start tracking that cost, I start putting it up front and seeing like, I'm using, stop it, you idiot kind of stuff, then ideally that will motivate me to fix it. I think what you do is you create a problem, you track that problem, and then you solve that problem. So that's kind of, I'm creating a problem right now. But you only create like a POC of the problem, right? Like you don't create all of the problem for you. Start tracking it, of course. And I mean, my next thing I'll be able to start tracking from the start. I'm tracking monthly via AppDriver, but it doesn't do daily costs, and it doesn't do per hour, which like I kind of think would be funny during stream for you guys to be like, dude, really, you're spending this much money? I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm not doing this for, yeah, I definitely am. Ooh. All right, one sub from whatever my next subscriber point goals is, which is kind of cool. Because that'll get me to hopefully more emotes. Because I got emotes now, by the way, Muggsy. Maybe you haven't seen them. Oh, why is this? Oh my god, go to live. How far behind is LinkedIn? Claims it's live, but it's showing when Muggsy came into chat. No, I don't want volume on it. I want to go to the live point of it. So if somebody says something, I reply to them live. Like, why is this? Hey, okay, I'm live on, or I'm caught up on my LinkedIn, kind of. It's a little behind, but that's fine. All right, sign yourself. So, what was ChatGPT telling me? Okay, so I'm using a workflow. Automating the movement of issues from to-do to in progress in a GitHub project board when a new branch is created, or vice versa, is a great way to streamline your workflow. GitHub Actions can be used to achieve this. There is a general approach to this to set us up. Create action workflow, which is .github/workflows. I would like to do that. Issue automation.yaml, define the trigger in the window. Do I have this in the... I wonder, Master was really good about their automation, and so I wonder if they already, because they have, nope, not NeuroQuack. They auto load for you some actions, no? Oh, it's not going to be in the webinar. It's going to be in my mass driver. We'll just check here. What do they have in there? GitHub workflows. Publish, stable, validate. Okay, so that's only about releases, not about this. On Kubernetes, I do have knowledge on Kubernetes. I'm not actively using Kubernetes. So I am using Docker. Although my Docker image is a little out of date, I need to fix that. But so this can be deployed in Docker using a Docker file, and then that can be deployed via Kubernetes to whatever environment you want via a Helm chart. So yes, I have some Kubernetes knowledge, but I am not specifically a Kubernetes expert. Welcome, we'll say Amtaki. You have a profile picture? We're gonna, no. No one has profile pictures. We're still doing it. More just to get best practices done. What's your profile picture, by the way, Amtaki? It's nothing. But, oh, why is it not opening? Oh no, that's save intermediary image. So, got that. and then I do image image. Yeah. So, are you? If you can ask a more specific question, are you looking for? Are you just starting your journey on Kubernetes? Or are you looking for? Let's use an astronaut. Not that put little hands there. That's so funny. Uh, yeah, again, that's just a high level abstraction. I was more of a Fargate person. So Kubernetes is technically a container orchestration system. There are multiple different versions of that. Rancher is technically another one, to my understanding. I haven't used Rancher. There are multiple different ways to orchestrate your containers. Kubernetes is one of them. And it does a lot of ephemeral stuff. There's a lot of really clean, cool things you can do with Kubernetes. I do all of the same things, typically in a different way, just because I'm not as good at Kubernetes. It's a little heady for me. It's not necessary to learn the basics to me, but if I really want to use the power of some of this stuff, Kubernetes is better. It's also cross-platform in a way that you can build something locally and then put it in AWS and then put it in Azure and GCP and Huawei Cloud, whatever. And Kubernetes is the same across, just like Docker is the same across. Starting an internship and have to set up a cloud native platform. You need to use Kubernetes, and you're stuck at the networking part. What you need is to integrate SDN within Kubernetes. I'm not sure what SDN is off the top of my head. What is SDN and how would I integrate it with Case? SDN, software-defined network, is a network architecture approach. Okay, so it's like a mesh network. Builds a data plane, routing control. So same as any kind of mesh network, effectively. I've done this with, for instance, OpenZD was a company I worked with. It was a zero trust networking company, and we built a software-defined network. And so no, I have not done that specifically with Kubernetes, but being stuck at the networking part is very reasonable. What an SDN ideally allows you to do is speak horizontally across a Kubernetes cluster. It should allow you to, so Kubernetes should allow you to build a, let's real quick look at my Lucid charts. I'll give you an idea of how you could build an application in Kubernetes. If you're starting an internship, this should be enough of a high level to give you an idea of what it should look like, because you probably don't even know what you're trying to build if you're just starting an internship and having never worked in enterprise level architecture, right? So this is, for instance, an enterprise architecture that I built out for a couple of companies now. It's using Fargate technically, not Kubernetes, as I mentioned before. But the gist is that the API communication behind an API gateway can scale appropriately across multiple Docker images. Those Docker images could be specific routes. So in this case, I have API slash entertainer tip. And so this was this is, what do I even call this project anymore? I forget, but it's a music-based product that I'm building with a friend of mine, Carrie Long. The gist is, oh my God, Lucid Chart, why are you just being the worst? Anything on this specific route will be load balanced across two different containers using either round robin or least active threads, something like that. And then here we have a separately scaling endpoint. So you want your endpoints to each be individually scaling based on traffic as well. And then they all can talk to SQL via, and we're talking about here coming in. So networking in general, you come in via 443 on HTTPS, and then once you get to your application load balancer in this case. And so here we're doing a Lambda authorizer in order to ensure that they are authorized. And then we do authentication there as well, I believe. You terminate HTTPS with a, now it's MTLS, not SSL anymore. Mutual TLS, TLS is exactly, with a certificate, and then it becomes 8080 traffic, which is HTTP traffic, no S, that's when you drop the S, and it is less secure, but you are inside of your internal system, and now you should be able to, and the real thing that you were trying to do, I think, is this communication, and that is horizontal communication across a mesh network. And so maybe that, and make sure you're using GPT, by the way, for some of this to ask these questions. But if you don't know the right questions to ask, then you're in a whole nother, then that's your real issue, right? Like that's the issue is you got to know the right questions to ask to even get GPT to work for you. I don't know why it defaults to this weird gray now. Black. Whatever. That's the horizontal communication you're trying to do. And what you do in a mesh network, generally speaking, is you give a semantic name to this. I do lines. Lines are there. Cool. Now, line color, black. Could be my force to black, whatever, or force to dark, but what is this? I don't understand. Anyhow, that would be, you can use effectively symlinks to give different names to things and communicate across faster than going out and back into the internet. It's kind of what the software-defined network tries to build for you. I'm sure using Brainboard, not specifically. I'm curious what that is now you mention it though. I'm trying to get too off topic, but design first, code when needed. That's building Terraform. That is very clever. That is very clever. No, but I like it a lot for a lot of reasons. One of which is they just give you a fucking example right here that explains everything about what this does. So, is this what you're using right now? Do you know what Terraform is? Because this could be extra confusing if you don't know what Terraform is. But this seems like a great way to do Terraform. Because it's just building out your Terraform. So, like for instance, I use Terraform to deploy my application. Why are these only my vars? Where's my main? What? What? Where's my Terraform? I've done something terrible. I mean, I can recover from it, but I don't know why my Terraform's not here. Only my ignored stuff is here. Anyhow. Basenet. Open tofu. Have you seen my fucking bruh. Terraform open tofu. How many people have that? So yeah. So you use it sometimes. If you're even using it sometimes, it's crazy. You can try it, they give you 20 days. I might. I'll add that to I'll add to my list of things to explore. I'm interested. I'm very interested. Like it's clever. I use MassDriver, which is somewhat similar, but it doesn't help you build it, the Terraform. You have to build the Terraform separately. So that's an interesting concept. I really like it. I'm gonna add it to my. By the way, welcome, FaceNet. How you doing today? Um. Okay, so we're just gonna add like a fun technologies to explore. And yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you. And I'll even put who gave me this because I like that. At is Amtalki? Am I saying that right? But I will definitely explore that at some point. I don't want to get too derailed today, but that is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Maybe I'll do that once I need to build fresh Terraform again. Maybe that's the way to do that. I don't need to right now. I will when I do batch jobs and when I do serverless. That's interesting. That's a really cool tool. Azure providers balls. The convention that AWS and GCP use in their TF provider are decent. Azure shuns all and makes everything worse possible. Yeah, well. So yeah, OpenTofu, by the way, for anyone that doesn't know, plug for OpenTofu, which I never mind plugging because it is open source. OpenTofu is, so go through the history of this again, and I'll try not to do it too often on stream, but this is my first time on LinkedIn, so LinkedIn hasn't seen me talk about this. So OpenTofu, previously named OpenTF, right? It's a fork of Terraform that is open source, community driven, and managed by the Linux Foundation. Same foundation that does my, gave me my, that built the LLM ethics board that I'm technically on in the charter that we signed. So they are the part of the CNCF, the Cloud Native Community, Cloud Native Computing Foundation. I don't know that I understand the full relate as part of the Linux Foundation. So CNCF is part of the Linux Foundation. CNCF is the arbiters of OpenTofu. OpenTofu is an attempt to stop Terraform from ruining all of our careers. HashiCorp decided to close source and create the project. Thank you very much for the follow, and welcome again. I think we do the. Have you seen, by the way, FaceNet? Do you have a picture or something you have yourself? Let's do this. This is gonna get interesting. So talking, we didn't do it. Welcome to talking a second ago. Welcome very much. Thank you so much for the follow. You are 424. We got over 420 the other day. Really excited about that. Let's do this welcome real quick. Let's see what happens here. The gist is OpenTofu. Everybody built their careers on Terraform in DevOps, or at least most people. I did. And then Terraform said, well, we're switching from Mozilla to the business source license, business use license as of like 1.6, and no one can use Terraform anymore, or else we'll cease and desist you. You can't create providers that do things that we do because Terraform Enterprise does that. So you can't get that for free. Even though you're not using any of our resources, we don't want you to write that code. That's not what it was meant to be. So a couple of companies, including the one I was just at, MasterDriver. It's always fun, MasterDriver is like the next one under that list. They were one of the 6 founding members. Decided to get together and create a branch, the last open source branch of Terraform, and continue to maintain it beyond the last release. So in theory, once they get the provider set up correctly, and right now I believe there's kind of beta version, it will be the new standard. And Terraform and HashiCorp will die in a fiery crash. And I am very excited for that because they tricked us into, it's like when Apple makes you buy a phone and then gives you an inferior technology and then tells you, hey, go make fun of everybody that doesn't use this inferior technology, even though we decided not to conform to the open source standard. That's not a good practice. And I hope that it doesn't last. So OpenTofu is the next thing, but you're right, it's not ready yet. It's gonna be ready in like in a month. Let's see if I did that. So FaceNet, your profile image is this. There he is. And your created image as an astronaut is this. That makes no sense. We might use you for clip interrogate. But that's you as an astronaut, image to image, with a prompt of like an astronaut joining the Ductronaut crew to venture into the Matrix. I don't know how it turned, like image to image just isn't it. It's clip interrogate to image. But we got a new image put up top, so we're doing it. Skip, thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna get this one up here until we get a better image. And I do this partly to annoy me until I make something prettier, because I don't like that. It's not correct. It's not what I wanted. So, all right, let's go back to some automation here of this process. Thank you for introducing me to Brainstorm, bringing that stuff up, or Brainboard, bring some of that stuff up. I'm always interested in learning that new stuff. I'm always interested in educating people that are new to the field. Welcome to DevOps, man. That's awesome if you're getting an internship doing that. Be sure you look into the shift in the paradigm from DevOps to platform engineering. So, quick explanation of the current world of DevOps, when an innovation comes along, in this case the cloud, a human solution is always put into place until we can automate our way out of it. I had a good example that I liked for this. Code crackers. Alan Turing was cracking code by hand. If you've seen the Enigma machine, or it was an Enigma, was maybe the name of the movie. Alan Turing everybody else was trying to decode by hand these messages using math. Turing decided to make the Turing machine, which could do simple addition, subtraction. Could it do multiplication, division? Maybe just addition and subtraction. Maybe that was all. And through it was able to program a way to automate code cracking. We no longer have, we do have cryptographers, but those cryptographers write programs now. And so in the cloud, the human solution, when the cloud came about, and I've really followed this. I know FaceNet's been around a little longer than I have even. But for instance, I often say that I was the first person to put Fidelity into AWS, and I was one of. Once that happened, you needed DevOps. And so then Fidelity had to start hiring DevOps. Then I had to learn how to do DevOps, and I moved and I did it in other places. We are automating our way out of it. 2 years ago, there were 12% of developers in the field were DevOps. Now it's 8%. So now we have to look at, how do we solve this problem, the DevOps problem, before we run out of DevOps engineers? And that is platform engineering. That is things like Brainboard, things like Mass Driver, Spacelift, M0, who's their big competitor? Can't remember the name of Mass Driver's base competitor. That next step is platform engineering, which is creating a self-serve model where developers, when they need a REST API, they just do this, right? Very similar to what Brainboard was. And so that's what we're all working towards. So just be cognizant of that. It doesn't mean there's a bad field to be in. I would, as quickly as you can, try to get into ML ops side of it. So if you are doing Kubernetes, I would start looking into Kserve. That is the best version of ML in Kubernetes. It is ephemeral per function GPU pods on a GPU node via Kubernetes, if those words make sense yet. A node is a layer of abstraction of Kubernetes that is a piece of bare metal, you can think of it as, and a pod attaches to the node. So like my fingers would be the pods, right? So this is the node, and and we're hosting, we'll say, an A100, and I have a job for SDXL. I will Kserve that job and it'll go away. And then if I have one for Mistral, it will Kserve a pod and then go away. And if I have Mistral and SDXL at the same time, they might, two different pods on my node, they may asynchronously run against each other, but it's a GPU scheduling process effectively. Container, minimum size one container. FaceNet's better at Kubernetes than me, technically. He speaks at conferences and stuff. Pointing over here, that's at my chat. That's where he is on your screen. When I went Fargate, he went Kubernetes, and he may have even done it before. Well, no, I don't think Kubernetes kind of started when I went Fargate. No, Kubernetes started before I went Fargate. 2016, and I went into Fargate in about 2017. So yeah, he's been around the Kubernetes landscape as long as I've been in Fargate, and other ephemeral Lambda and serverless. Like I've done serverless just a different way than Kubernetes does. All right, look at this though. This makes some sense to me. So if we create this as a GitHub, as .github workflow, right? So let's see, let's close temp, close media for sure, and infrastructure is just bad right now, but we'll get back to that. In fact, just going to delete infrastructure for now. But new folder, .github, new file, workflow. Oh, no, new folder, workflow. New workflow. What are we doing here? Issue automation. And is it a .yaml? Issue automation.yaml. Now, what is this though? Oh, yesterday. He did an action yesterday, so it's not entirely use GitHub action with your project. You on Marketplace? Yeah, so Knative is the way that K does serverless, correct. So Knative spawned kubeflow, which spawned kserve. Kserve is the way to do GPU. I think that's right. Explain the relationship between kserve, Knative, and kubeflow. We can look at kubeflow serving. Kubeflow serving, or KF serving, I think it is now. In the K8s ecosystem. To include when they were introduced chronologically. Hopefully this will give you like a timeline of they play distinct but often interconnected roles. Here's a brief overview. K8s, introduced in 2014. K8s, blah, 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 blah. Kelsey Hightower is one of the original K8s guys. He created KubeCon. And really cool guy. I've watched some of his speeches. Been a part of, like got to be backstage for one of his speeches, I guess is the best way to say it. Kubeflow, launched in 2017. Is a Kubernetes native platform for deploying, monitoring, and managing machine learning workflows. It provides a set of tools to make deployments of machine learning workflows on Kubernetes simple, portable, and scalable. We have Knative in 2018. Knative extends Kubernetes to provide a set of middleware components that are essential for modern, source-centric, and container-based applications we run anywhere. But not exclusive for it now. Knative can be used in conjunction with Kubeflow to manage serverless workflows. Kserve, formerly KF Serving. Kserve, originally known as KF Serving, was introduced in 2019 as a component of Kubeflow. It specifically focuses on serving machine learning models in a serverless framework. Kserve leverages Knative for the serverless functionality. The relationship between those technologies can be summarized as that. So we're just gonna, so yeah. Oh, thanks Twitch. That's terrible formatting, but there we go. So yeah, Kserve is the new hotness within Kubernetes, and especially if you can do it on CoreWeave, like that's when you're really cool. It is IRC's fault. I thought IRC was done away with technically, and I don't know that low level or that low level of Twitch. All right, let's get back to this thing. Any use of pull requests and issue webhook events to automate your project cards. For example, when an issue is opened, create a card in the backlog project triage column. If the pull request or issue card already exists, it will be moved to the column provided. Otherwise, the card will be created in the column. Usage create project. Okay, so move opened issues into the triage column of the backlog project. All right, I'm gonna pull that up out of the window here so I can compare what mine looks like. So let's see. On push branches main. Nope. This might, not be what I want. Let's go to their actions they have in the App Store here. In progress branch is what I'm looking for. Right? Nope, nothing by that name. Project management, maybe. Priority list, good. I might not do this yet. Oh, that's right, I forgot. French started coming to my ears. I always forget that Daft Punk is French. I'm going to live here for a bit here. All right. I'm going to use the restroom. Grab my thoughts for a second. Just take a quick break. I'm going to take care of my ad timer. That's what I really need to do. Because I'd love to just put you guys on ad break and then take my break, right? So, see if I figure that out in the greater dashboard real quick. Is there a way under my alerts to see ads? I try to get as little ads as possible, but I know they come up at some point, and I never know where to find them. I know my stream manager, I should be able to see that, okay, so my stream manager, pre-roll on. Oh, is there an add-on? No. Where do I see when my ads happen? Well, I don't know shit. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I might try to decide how I want to go about this because I do need to grab lunch, but I have so much more work that I'm gonna do that I want to do, and I'm having a lot of fun with this. So how do I do all of the above? That's the question. It is almost 4. Do I rate out, take an hour break, and then come back? Gather my thoughts, build on my automation, come back when I can work on it. Or do I'm gonna hang out a little longer. How long am I going? I've been going 3 hours. Oh, I don't know, I've been going 3 hours. I haven't gotten clip interrogate done. I need to get that done today. I'm just a little everywhere and need to dial that in. I think I'm gonna rate out and then start my stream back up. So for LinkedIn, that means nothing. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is going to be the end of the stream there. YouTube as well will be the end of the stream. Absolutely appreciate you guys joining me. I'm going to go and cut you off there. Please do come back. I'll most likely stream later today, if not, definitely tomorrow. I'll stream on LinkedIn and YouTube, and I'll be doing that for the foreseeable future, potentially every day. We'll see. I'm going to try and keep this pretty consistent. Well, at least weekdays. We'll see weekends maybe. So we're going to stop those. Thank you all for joining us, and then we're going to figure out a rate target on Twitch.